I want to begin first and foremost giving all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, whom the world literally calls Jehovah and Jesus. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue while facing the east. Call halal, Allah, Yahweh, Bahasam Yahweh Shai, Bahasam Kapatash, Barakta Yahweh, Barakta Yahweh Shai, the water, Yahweh Bahasam Yahweh Shai, Bahasam Kapatash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone. Shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the elect. My name is Micah Allah, and today I want to talk about societal collapse. Alright, so just check out this video.
Millions of people in Cuba were without power on Friday after the island's largest and most efficient power plant failed, the energy minister said. Earlier in the day, the government had shut down schools and non-essential industry and sent most state workers home in a bid to keep the lights on. President Miguel Diaz-Canel said on X that, quote, there will be no rest until power is restored. Grid officials said they did not know how long it would take. The outage comes as residents are already struggling with shortages of food, fuel, water, and medicine. This resident says the situation looks bleak.
Muy fuerte, muy fuerte.
It's too hard. Too hard. This is in decline, and there are more and more blackouts. This is on the verge of total collapse.
While demand for electricity grows, fuel supply has all but dried up on an island that produces comparatively little of its own. Prime Minister Manuel Marrero spoke on national TV on Thursday. He said the blackouts were due to the situation well known to most Cubans: deteriorating infrastructure, fuel shortages, and rising demand. Dangerous weather conditions that began with Hurricane Milton last week crippled the country's ability to deliver fuel to power plants from boats offshore, officials said. The government has also long blamed the U.S. Cold War-era embargo and sanctions under former President Donald Trump for difficulties in acquiring fuel and spare parts to operate its oil-fired plants. Cuba's largest oil supplier, Venezuela, has also reduced shipments in the first 9 months of the year, according to vessel monitoring data and internal shipping documents. Russia and Mexico have also greatly reduced fuel shipments to the island. Earlier on Friday, Cuban electricity officials said they expect power generation to improve in the coming days, as the weather allows fuel from prior deliveries to be distributed around the island.
Alright, so as you can see, that situation in Cuba right now is very similar to that situation that I made the video about Ecuador. All right, but at least in Ecuador, you know, they still got some power in the day. But in Cuba, man, they ain't got no power at all, man. I mean, people assed out unless they got solar panels or generators and enough fuel. So shit is looking real ugly over there, man. Alright, and this is all prophecy, man. Alright, cause think about it. What do you think is gonna happen? I mean, okay, let's say that they do bring the power back, which they probably could do that. Could probably bring it back, but the fact that this happened in the first place, it just goes to show you how messed up the system is. And either way, it's already prophesied that it's gonna be inevitable, man. All right, it's inevitably gonna be a complete societal collapse all around the world, man. It's just that some places are seeing it sooner than others. You're seeing it in Haiti. You see it in places like Somalia. All right, you see it in Gaza. And what do you think is going to happen when the food runs out? All right, 2nd Ezra 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Hey, all those crops, people are just going to straight up take the food from the fields and the crops. They don't care if it's not even, like, the fruits are not mature or ripe yet. They're just gonna eat what they can find, man. And then what do you think what do you think they're gonna do when them supermarkets are empty? All right, the storehouses. That's the metaphor that represents, supermarkets, or your WalMarts, your local grocery stores, 7-Elevens. When those things are empty and there's no more food coming in, what do you think people are gonna do, man? Verse 23: And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. All right, because there's gonna be a lack of resources, man. People are gonna be hungry. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still. All right, there's not gonna be no running water. All right, no more water coming into your house when you open up them faucets. How your toilet ain't gonna flush no more. It's gonna be real stinky up in there, man. And in 3 hours it shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. All right, but it ain't gonna be like, oh, the end of the world, like the world's gonna blow up. No, not like that. But this is talking about like an end of this current system, of end of Esau's rulership. All right, his kingdom. Because he doesn't know how to rule. That's why society is currently collapsing. All right, he's the one in power right now, and look what's happening, man. All right, so the Lord, man, hey, the Lord is having these prophecies coming to pass, man. All right, like, yeah, even there could be a temporary reprieve where they get the power back. People might go, yeah, whatever, but ultimately, man, it's gonna fail, man. All right, it's gonna fail, and that's gonna be, man, that's gonna be going on everywhere, man. So you're seeing the signs of Yahweh's return, man. You're seeing the wars, rumors of wars, situation in Ukraine and in Gaza, and still Syria still in war, and war going on in Africa, man. Congo, all that shit is crazy, man. You're seeing famine, all right? People dying of famine. Millions of people dying of famine. People in Gaza can't get no food, man. All right, people in Africa can't get no food. Shit, people in so-called first world countries, man, like America, can't get no food. All right, power's going out in places, man. Hey, this is complete societal collapse, man. All right, and it's happening gradually, man. It's not gonna happen simultaneously all over the world at once. This is gradually, one country here, one little city there, another city, another country, and maybe a whole continent. And next thing you know, man, the Lord is here. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. I hope the video was edifying. Shalom.